Welcome to Yoga 77. My name is Jackie. Find a comfortable chair, maybe something for under your feet, a couple of blocks, maybe a blanket just beside you for the end of your practice today. So just wriggle your body so that you come into a comfortable position, and you might even sit a little further forward on your chair, feet on blocks, or maybe raised up a little. You don't have to use the blocks. My legs are a little shorter, so I like to have that little height under my feet. And then just see if you can lift yourself up a little taller through the spine, just by rolling the shoulders down and back. So you can see here, I'm just sort of slumping forward, not trying to sit up tall. So if I lift myself up, like lifting through the heart space, roll my shoulders back a little, I find that length through my spine. So just giving that a little go. You might just connect down a little bit more through the soles of your feet. Might spread your toes out a little. Again, just helping to find that length through the spine, almost a sense of lifting up through the rib cage, through your heart space, right to the crown of the head. Really nice. And then from here, just start to notice your breath in the shape. And so you might even like to pop your hands on your belly, maybe one hand on top of the other or just one hand, and just see if you can invite your breath to come more into your belly. So you're just trying to breathe a little deeper down into your body. And notice if you can feel your belly expanding as you inhale, and then the belly coming back in as you exhale. We'll just take a few more like this. Just see if you can feel that movement. It might not be very big, that's okay. Try not to force it. Try to work with a little gentleness, a little softness. And just try to notice that movement. Then maybe you bring your hands to your ribs, to your side body. And again, see if you can feel that expansion as you inhale and the contraction or lowering as you exhale. A couple more like this. Just bring the hands down, place them down on your legs, palms up or down. Just take a few more breath rounds. And just see if you can notice that movement, perhaps through the belly, the ribs, without the hands there. And just notice what you can notice. Notice how it feels in your body as you inhale and as you exhale. Really nice. And then as you next inhale, we're going to bring the arms up and overhead. You might even reach a little taller. And then on your exhale, float the arms all the way down. You might bring the arms by your side or hands on your legs. And again, we'll just continue with this pattern. Again, exhaling as you lower. And then as you rise, taking that inhale, breathing in. And you're very welcome to see if you can see the fingers out of the edges of your vision, your peripheral vision. And then maybe as you bring the hands up, you might even take the eye gaze up towards the hands, the fingers. Again, as you breathe in, notice that lift through your upper body. And as you exhale, just soften through the shoulders, let the arms be light. We'll just take a few more like this. You might even notice the ribs expanding as you inhale. And then that slight lowering as you exhale. Let's take one more big breath in. You can leave the arms up this time, interlock your fingers, and then push the palms up and away from your body. And just take some little movement, pushing through the palms of the hands. You might take side to side, maybe some movement through your head, your neck. Staying here for a few more breaths. You can work the arms towards straight. You might keep a bend in the elbows. That's all good. If you'd like to try bringing the eye gaze up, you're very, very welcome. And on your next exhale, float the arms all the way down. Let that go. Just take any wriggles and jiggles through your body, just releasing that. Really nice. And then bring your left hand up behind your head. And then start to bring your elbow down towards your right arm. And then lifting it back up, you might take the eye gaze up as well. Beautiful. So as you come under, exhaling, and try to come up on your inhale as you breathe in. Coming under on your exhale. Rising up on your inhale. You might be moving a little faster than me, a little slower. Let's go with your breath. Your movement might be smaller, might be bigger. And just see if you can feel a little stretch through the shoulders, through maybe the rib area, the upper back, maybe through the side body. One more like this, and then we're going to stay with the elbow up. And just take some little movements here. So you might just come rock forward and back. Really nice. You might try to take the elbow more forward and back. You might take some circles through your elbow one way and then the other. Just notice any interesting sticky spots. You might just stay a little longer. Just creating that space through the side body, through the shoulder. Really nice. I'm going to take that same arm, take the hand under, rest it on your leg, or you might not be down as low, you might be more upright. And we're just bringing a little twist into our seated version of thread the needle. So you might come down further and bring a little bit more of a twist into the upper back, into your shoulders, but you might be up a little higher. And so you're bringing your right shoulder somewhat on top of your left shoulder in that direction. Eye gaze can be out to the side or maybe down. Just find a position that's comfortable through your neck. Nice, and we'll just stay here for a few more breath rounds. And if it's available to you, the invitation is to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. If you need some movement through your head, your neck, you're very welcome if your body is asking for that. And on your next inhale, we're going to come back up to seated, reach that arm all the way up, maybe lift a little taller. And then we'll exhale, float it all the way down beside your body and just let both arms come down. Just let the hands be heavy, arms heavy, elbows heavy, shoulders heavy, and just check in with your breath here, breathing in through the nose, out through your nose. And then just notice one arm, the other arm. One arm might feel lighter or heavier, might feel shorter or longer. You might notice tingling or energy. Just see if you can feel any difference, maybe one shoulder to the other shoulder. Maybe one side of your neck, the other side. One hand, the other hand. One hand might feel higher up or lower than the other side. Just a couple more breaths here. And then we'll bring the hands back onto the lap and we'll bring the right hand up towards the back of your head. And again, we'll take that movement, so lifting up through your right elbow and then taking the elbow down. So again, you might inhale as you rise up. You're welcome to take the eye gaze up if that works for you. Exhaling, bringing that elbow under. And we'll just continue with this movement, almost like you're flossing out through the side body, through the shoulder area, through the ribs. And again, see if you can move with your breath, almost like you are initiating or starting the movement with your breath. Maybe another one like that. And then again, we'll take that same arm under, maybe through that little gap. Spring the arm down, palm can face up. And again, you might come further forward, you might be up a little higher. And again, trying to bring shoulder somewhat above shoulder. So we're bringing a little twist into the spine, into the shoulder area, into the back. Just find a comfortable position for your neck. Just trying to make sure the head isn't falling down. So there's a little bit of support through the neck, a little bit of strength as you hold the head up. Think about keeping length through your spine. Nice, and we'll just stay here again for a few more breath rounds. Just connect to your breath here. Notice where you can feel your breath going. You might even breathe into the places you notice the stretch or the sensation. And again, we'll inhale that arm all the way up. You're welcome to take the eye gaze up if you wish. Again, just reaching up as tall as you can. And then exhale, float that arm all the way down. This time to shake out through your hands. Just let that go. You might even start to flick your fingers out. Just notice that energy through your body. You might do one at a time. That shake, you might just throw away anything that doesn't feel right now, anything that doesn't serve you. It's clearing a space. Beautiful. And then bring the hands back down on your legs, palms facing down. And as you shift the hands forward, start to dome through your upper back, chin towards your chest. And as you draw the hands back, draw the shoulders back, almost like you're drawing shoulder blades together. Open up through the chest. Beautiful. And then drawing the hands forward, doming through the upper spine. Slide the hands back, drawing the shoulders back. Eye gaze can come up. And so just keep moving through your seated cat-cow pattern. Drawing the hands back, gaze lifts into your seated cow. Hands draw forward, chin towards chest in your seated cat. You might inhale as you rise up. You might exhale as you dome. Let's take a few more like this. See if you can feel the movement through your spine, through your vertebrae. Try to keep sitting tall, like you're lengthening through your spine, creating space through your vertebrae. Just a couple more like this. Nice. Come back into neutral and then just allow your left shoulder to lower down. Eye gaze might go up and over the right. And then take it back the other way. So lowering through the right shoulder, eye gaze can go to the left. And again, try to take this movement with a pattern, a rhythm with your breath. Even if you just notice your breath. You might close your eyes. You might watch me, you might just keep a soft gaze. Or take one more to each side. we'll come back through center. Again, just take any adjustments in your seated position. We'll inhale the arms all the way up and just take reaches like you're pulling yourself up a rope ladder, maybe a wooden ladder. And then we'll exhale the arms all the way down. Again, any rolls through the shoulders, you're more than welcome. And then start to ground down with your right foot. We're going to lift the left foot up and just take some circles through the left foot. So you can circle one way and the other. You're very welcome to leave your heel on your block. You might flex your foot, point your toes. You might spread your toes. You're very welcome to bring the leg up higher if that works better for you. Beautiful. We'll go with those pops and clicks, creating all that space. And then we'll float that foot all the way down and we'll just take it to the second side. So again, just taking movement through your right foot, circles. Maybe flex the foot, point the toes. Again, you're welcome to bring that leg a little higher up if that works. So bring the thigh in towards the belly, or the foot might be down on your block. Just any way you can find that movement through your foot. Again, pointing your toes, flexing the foot. You might spread your toes. Just notice how far apart you can take your toes. Nice, and we'll take that foot all the way down and then just tap your feet out. Just throw a little tantrum here. See if you could be noisy. And then maybe keep the feet going and clap the hands at the same time. Woo. Just let that go. Notice all that energy. There might be buzzing, tingling, and just notice a moment of stillness. Beautiful. And then we're going to try something that's a cross movement. So we're going to be moving opposite hand and arm, opposite foot and leg. So again, we'll take that movement through your left foot. Let's take those circles. Beautiful. And then see if you can circle out through your right hand and wrist. Might be the fingers as well. You might try to spread the toes as you spread the fingers. Try circling one way and then the other. Changing direction. Maybe the foot and the hand go in opposite directions. It might be a little bit challenging. Nice, let that go. Whew. We'll take that to the other side. So get those circles going in the right foot, some movement. And again, we'll bring in the left hand and wrist and fingers. Whew. Have a little bit of fun with this. You might try that opposite direction. It might not want to happen. That's okay. Whew. And then maybe let's just bring that back. Let's try both hands. You might need to sit back a little bit for this one. Can you bring both feet up? Whoop. And then take some circles. Can you spread your fingers and your toes? Can you scrunch them? Can you spread and scrunch? Beautiful. Take those circles again. Whew. Beautiful. Pop that down again. Might readjust your seat here. And then we're going to hug the right leg in towards your body. So you might bring hands behind the shin or at the knee, maybe behind the back of your leg. Maybe the leg doesn't come as high, that's okay. Just hugging it in that direction towards your body. And then you're very welcome again to take some circles here. So you might bring a hand onto your knee or both hands. You might have one hand holding onto your chair. And just take some little movement here. So it might be side to side or circling. So we're just bringing in some movement through the hip socket. Come up and down. You might find you can come out a little wider. Just notice how much movement you have through this hip, this leg. Beautiful. And then we're going to bring the foot or the ankle over the leg. And so if the leg just doesn't come up over the leg, feel free to cross over a little lower. So we're coming into a little external opening into that front hip. So you might stay here. That might be enough sensation. You might be a little higher. And wherever you are, just sitting tall, if you'd like to tilt forward a little, just notice how that feels. Soften the shoulders, just finding your shape. You might like to take some more movement through that top foot. Nice, maybe some rocks side to side. Nice, and then we'll take that foot all the way back down. And we'll try that all on the second side. So ground down with your right foot, spread the toes out. We'll bring that left leg up towards your belly, up towards the body. And again, just bring in some little movements here. So you might be side to side, might be more circles. Again, just looking for those interesting spots. And again, the idea of creating space, almost like you are creating fluidity or lubricating through the hip socket. Might bring the leg out a little wider. Just notice how it feels. Might feel your tummy muscles here working, keeping you sitting up. Beautiful. And again, we'll bring the foot and the ankle either across the leg. It might be different on the second side too. Hips can be quite different from one side to the other. So you might stay here. If that's not available for you, that's okay. You might bring the foot down onto the opposite block. So you're just crossing your ankles. So finding that seat. And again, you might tip forward a little. So just noticing that stretch in your body. So you might be here. You might be here. And again, maybe taking some movement through that top foot. Just a couple more breaths here. Nice, and then we'll take that leg all the way down. Nice, and then we'll just take the knees side to side into our windscreen wipers. So again, you might come a little further forward on your chair. You don't have to. You might stay back. Again, just listen to your body, see what feels right, see what feels safe, see what feels good. And you might even be a little bit more fluid with your movement here, allowing the body to sway side to side. You might be holding onto the chair. Just try to create some movement through the hips. Might even feel like you are massaging out through the soles of your feet, taking the feet side to side even. Really nice. Then we'll shuffle back if you were forward. Just take any adjustments. We're going to take a big breath in, come into your cactus arms. So it's like you are opening through your chest, eye gaze might come up a little, drawing the shoulders down and back, soft shoulders. Stay here for a couple of breaths, opening through your heart space. And then on your next exhale, we're going to bring the left arm over the right and give yourself a big hug. You might be able to reach the fingers back to the shoulders. You might lift the elbows a little higher. Draw the shoulders down and away from your ears. And you might just take some little side to side movement here. See if you can take the movement from the middle of your body, from your torso, from your ribs. Almost like you're just twisting a little through your center. Just a couple more like this. And then we'll come back through center, open back into those cactus arms. And again, we'll hold for a couple of breaths here. And then we're going to take that right arm over the left. And again, come into that hug, lifting up through the elbows, draw the shoulders back. And again, maybe those little sideways movements. So a little twist, side to side. Might be really teeny tiny, that's okay. But see if you can focus on the movement through the ribs, through your mid-body. Try not to use the shoulders here. Keeping the shoulders soft. Beautiful. And again, we'll come back through center, open into cactus arms. As you exhale, we're going to interlock the fingers behind your back if there's space. So it just depends on the chair that you're on. You might even need to move forward a little bit. Roll the shoulders down and back. Beautiful. And see if you can bring the hands away from your lower back. Nice. And again, you might just take some little side to side rocks here. Let the head go side to side. The upper body almost, you're just rocking side to side. Just a couple more breaths here. And then just letting go of those fingers, bringing the arms out. And again, we'll reach all the way up on your inhale. Exhale, float the arms all the way back down. Again, interlock the fingers. Push the palms in front of you. Chin towards the chest, a little doming through your spine. Again, you might take little rocks side to side. Just a little movement here to make it a little softer. Bring a little softness into your joints, into the fascia, into your ligaments, through your spine. And then we'll let the fingers go, come all the way back up, roll the shoulders down and back. We'll just bring the hands down onto your legs. And just take your eye gaze over to the right side. Beautiful, back through center. Take your head over to the other side, round to the left side. Bring it back through center. We'll take one more to each side. Back through center, taking it back to the left side. Beautiful. Come back through center. Let the chin come down toward your chest. Beautiful. And then just let your left ear come down near your left shoulder. Beautiful. Let the chin roll down and take the right ear next to the right shoulder. Take that again. Let the chin come down. Left ear over left shoulder. Back down through center. It's our last one. Right ear over the right shoulder. Come back through center. Let the chin come down. A little pause here. Notice how heavy you can make your head. Just let the head be heavy, length through the back of your neck. Like you're lengthening through the back of your neck. And then we'll bring the head back up. Pop it back on top of your shoulders. Beautiful. And then we're going to come into a little seated savasana. So you might bring the blanket in, or a cushion, something on your lap can be really nice as well. You might just move a little further back on your chair. You might bring the feet a little further away if that feels good, or maybe a footrest, whatever you've got. Maybe if you're in one of those fancy lazy boy chairs or something, you could take the feet up. If you've got an ottoman or something like that, bring the feet up and just make yourself comfy. So again, it might be another layer of clothing. You might have a little eye pillow to pop on your eyes. You might choose to close your eyes and soften your eyelids. Just scan through your body. Notice if you could be a little bit more comfy. So you might bring the feet a little further away. You might let the feet sort of flop open. Might lean back in your chair a little more. You might have a pillow in behind your back or to support your head. And soften your eyes. Soften your forehead. Smooth your forehead. Soften your eyebrows, your cheekbones, your cheeks. Notice your jaw, your teeth, your tongue. Notice your neck, your chest, your belly. Fingers soft, toes soft. Just let everything let go. Letting go, allowing your body, your mind just to soften, just to melt down into your chair. And we'll be here for 1 more minute. Shavasana. As you bring your mind back into your body, start to bring some little movements in. You might wriggle the toes, your fingers. Might bring the feet back a little closer. You might sit up a little taller. You might be ready just to lay back and continue a big snooze. You've got a little longer, go for it. Otherwise, you might bring your hands to your heart space. Take a moment to bring love, kindness, compassion, warmth to yourself, into your heart space. Just acknowledge the time that you've given to yourself for your practice today. Bringing that in, maybe giving yourself a bit of a hug. And then we'll close with a shared breath. So you might bring your arms up and overhead as you breathe in. Allow your palms to meet, and then on your exhale, hands draw through heart center. Maybe let the head bow a little. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Have a beautiful rest of your day, rest of your evening. Go well. Namaste.